have a guy in JP who just shows what kind of person he is, that he's willing to go in. And the amazing thing, John, is if you just came from a different country and you watched our football team and you watched Jason Peter play right guard right now, and you watched his movement, you'd go, that guy must have been doing this for 10 years. You know, he is a unique guy.
All right, because I'm not allowed at practice, I have to take whatever clips I can get. This is a clip that the Eagles posted of Matt Pryor out there at left tackle. I think he's out of position on the left-handed side because look at his hand placement here. His hands are wide. You can tell he's uncomfortable, off balance a little bit. So now let me just give you a couple examples of this when he's on the right-handed side at guard, his more natural position. Look at this set. Nice tight hands, nice punch, able to sit down on this bull rush and finish. Here's one more example at right guard here. Now he takes a nice set. Now he does silent count, nice set. But look at the hand placement. This is a more natural position for him on the right-handed side. Let's look at it one more time, just so that you don't think I'm tripping. Nice set. The left hand could have been a little bit tighter, but again, his hands are on the inside. Matt Pryor is your starting right guard.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video on Eagles News Now. I'm professional wrestler Chris Wilde from Bar 4133, and what you just saw were a couple clips. First one from Howie Roseman talking about Jason Peters playing at right guard, followed by former Philadelphia Eagles offensive lineman Trey Thomas talking about Matt Pryor playing right guard. I'm going to give my opinions on that. We're going to talk a little bit about Doug Pedersons' press conference, and then some very, very short news and notes from practice. Not a lot on that front today, guys, but let's get to those two clips. Now, I tend to agree with Trey Thomas. I think that Matt Pryor has to be the right guard of this football team going in, and Jason Peters has got to be the left tackle. Now, today at practice, Matt Pryor once again lined up at left tackle. A couple days ago, he was left tackle and got absolutely destroyed by Josh Sweat. Looked like Winston Justice out there. Josh Sweat looking like an all-pro defensive end. He gave up maybe 14 sacks on the day. It was insane. I don't feel comfortable going into the season with a guy that has not played left tackle at a high level, or at all for that matter, when you have a Hall of Fame left tackle sitting there playing right guard. I mean, it just sounds absolutely ridiculous to me. As Trey, you saw in the Trey Thomas clip, Pryor is it looks 100% more comfortable playing right guard, especially when it comes to hand placement. I think this has to be the setup going into week one, and that Washington defensive line that is really, really good. So let's get to Doug Pederson, what he had to say about that. He says that Jason Peters has done an outstanding job at right guard, and he has options at left tackle, basically Pryor, Mailata, who's never played a snap in a regular season football game, and Jack Driscoll, who is a rookie. Again, this is Carson Wentz's blind side that we're talking about here. Keep that in mind. Lane Johnson's going to stay at right tackle where he should be. Again, he hasn't been at practice at all. Also, as far as the reports go to where Jason Peters was asking for a raise to play left tackle, Doug Pederson said he's not sure where those came from and kind of denied or wouldn't answer the question if Peters would, deny a request to go to left tackle. He said that he needs to stay at right guard because he solidified his role there through training camp and has his timing down with Lane Johnson and Jason Kelce. I don't understand this quote because, again, Lane Johnson has barely been at practice, so I'm not sure how that he could solidify timing with him. And he says that it's too close to the season to make changes such as making Peters a left tackle. Again, I'm not sure. I think all it's going to take is one bad game in Washington, which none of us want to see, for the changes to be made. I cannot see them starting the season with Matt Pryor at left tackle. Hopefully, maybe they sign somebody, maybe they go out and get somebody. I don't know. Again, we're getting really close to the season starting. There's going to be a lot to be said if Jason Peters does not go to left tackle. And again, just my opinion, guys. Also, from Doug Pederson's press conference, he talked about Carson Wentz's injury, and I put that in quotes because take it for what it is. It's minor day to day. And basically, Doug was telling everybody that this would be like a week 4 preseason week where they would play a Thursday night game and Carson wouldn't practice hardly at all anyway, neither would any of the other starters. Honestly, I didn't expect Carson or a lot of these other starters to practice at all this week anyway. Next week, of course, they'll be preparing for Washington. So this is basically rest for Carson Wentz. I'm not worried about it. Doug doesn't seem worried about it either. As far as the injuries go, this to me is news. He expects everybody to be back week 1. So you're talking about Derek Barnett. You're talking about Javon Hargrave, Miles Sanders. Obviously, Jalen Reagor is going to be out probably the first 2 weeks of the season, but Lane Johnson at right tackle too should be back. So hopefully everybody is going to be back and ready to go. I mean, we're going to see some sloppy football. We know that because these guys have barely played, but it'll be good to have them back. He talked about the running backs, Adrian Killens. He really likes what he saw from him. It's going to be quite a battle for that 4th spot between him and Elijah Holyfield. He also has said that, and I've heard this all throughout offseason, that Corey Clement looks like he's the healthiest he's been in years. Looks like Super Bowl Corey. I hope that's true because the running backs could definitely need it. And he also says Miles Sanders is still day-to-day but is getting close. That's scary to me. Hopefully, again, he's just in bubble wrap and we'll be ready with no problems. As far as practice goes, guys, not much happened at practice. Dallas Goedert and Quez Watkins returned. Again, I talked about it earlier. Pryor was your left tackle. That's pretty much all that I could gather from practice today. We're just 12 days away. Unreal. Again, 12 days from the very first game of the 2020 season for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of questions, and it's the first year in a long time we've had questions with this offensive line. Very foreign to me. But yeah, they're going to have to figure it out, and they're going to have to figure it out quick. If you ask me, I'm putting Peters at left tackle all day long. I'm not starting the season out with my franchise quarterback's blind side being protected by Matt Pryor. Sorry, just don't feel comfortable with that, and neither should you. Again, just my opinion. That's all I got, guys. Again, real light day today. Interesting comments by Trey Thomas. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I'm really loving all the discussion there. Great stuff, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Go Birds, and I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation.